Papa Squat, coming at ya. Hey everybody. Saturday night, it's 8:15 on the dot Pacific. And we're going to listen to a Tupac song today. Hold on. I was just looking at something in the comments. Oh, somebody commented that they thought I was really being harsh on Harry Mack for some reason. I've only reacted to two of the videos. Or two of his videos. I don't remember which one this one was about, but he was really raking me over the coals, and I was like, I don't feel like I was saying anything bad about him, so I hope nobody thought that I disliked Harry Mack. Holy crap, I think he is probably the pinnacle of entertainment at the moment. He is incredible on so many levels. Uh, this video is not about Harry Mack, but he seems like a super good guy. He seems totally with it. He seems progressive. He seems incredibly talented. He's passionate about what he does. He's sharing it with the world. He's getting traction with it, which is, I think he's incredible. I want to see him everywhere. He is what everybody should be doing. We should all be as lucky as him to not only have been able to, to not only have been able to find something that he found interesting, but he found it at a time that he could become good enough that when he finally debuted, his talent and skill was at a level that it cannot be denied. He is incredibly lucky and incredibly talented, and I frickin' love him. Harry Mack, there you go. But we're going to listen to Tupac. Now, I'm not a big Tupac guy. I know his music, I know his name, but I could not name you a single song by him, except maybe the one where he's, what is it, California something, Lovin', I don't know. It's like the Mad Max and Thunderdome video is all I think of it as. But I remember that one because I really like that song, and it's so distinctive. And I've heard other songs by him, couldn't name a single one, had no clue he had a song called Dear Mama, which is what we're going to listen to. I think I would have agreed very much with Tupac's politics and beliefs and ideas back even in the day, and I think I would have myself back in the day. I do now. And but let's see. This is off of the website songmeaningsandfacts.com, which I have not seen before. Dear Mama by Tupac. Now, this article is by somebody who goes by SMF, and this was written in September of 2019. Dear Mama is a tribute to Tupac Shakur's mother, Afeni Shakur, 1947 to 2016. Oh, I didn't know she had passed away. It is meant to acknowledge her irreplaceable impact on his life and sympathize with the particular struggle she went through as a single mother, particularly in a low-income setting. And via the use of his own personal recollections, Tupac intended for the track to serve as a piece honoring all mothers, particularly African Americans, who have faced similar situations. The song begins with Tupac recounting being kicked out of his home at 17 years old by his mother. At the time, they had beef. He was angry to the point of never wanting to deal with her again. But afterwards, he came back to his senses by realizing that no one could take her place as his mother. As the track goes on, I don't know how long this is. I don't think I'm going to read the whole thing. Oh, well, I'll just go to the next little bit. As the track goes on to read like a memoir of his upbringing, notable facts including his family growing up poorer than their neighbors, as well as Pac getting mixed up with the wrong crowd and not having a father in his life. He also famously mentions the fact that he was once an addict as a youth. But what all of this boils down to is him expressing unequivocal appreciation for the sacrifices she made in raising him and his sister. In other words, despite knowing he can never truly recompense her, interesting, instead of payback, Tupac still wants to let his mother know how he feels by making public professions of his love, and in the process of doing so, he idolizes her as a symbol of commitment, courage, and resilience that resultantly made Afeni somewhat of a celebrity in her own right. That's super nice and sweet, and it's actually super mature of him to have realized that in the short time between being kicked out at 17 and when he passed away, and I'm not even 100% sure how old he was when he died. My guess is 27 because it seems like everybody dies at 27. But I kind of feel like he died at 24 or 25. Anyway, I could find it out in 2 seconds if I really wanted to, but it doesn't really matter. It's a very adult thing to come to that realization and to know that even if your parents are horrible, 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 there are times in your life that are going to be good, and despite the fact that you may not want to, you do owe that to them, and you wouldn't be here without them. And that's, it's nice to be alive. The alternative is non-existence. So, this is great. I'm looking forward to this. I have no idea what this is like. I did start playing it a little bit just to make sure an ad wasn't going to start. It's 4 minutes 35 seconds. I didn't even look up exactly what year this came out, but maybe it's listed here. I'm assuming 25th anniversary of the album Me Against the World, which featured Dear Mama. So 25, 26, 27 years ago would have been, the 90s. Okay. 27, 95. Yeah, it's 2022. So there you go. Let's jump in here. 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Tupac with Dear Mama.
When I was pregnant in jail, I thought I was going to have a baby and the baby would never be with me, but I was acquitted a month and 3 days before Tupac was born. I was real happy because I had a son.
When I was young, me and my mama had beef, 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Though back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Suspended from school, I'm scared to go home. I was a fool with the big boys, breaking all the rules. Shed tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poured another.
I think I have heard this, and I'm sure some people don't believe I've never heard it, but I certainly don't recall enough of it. The intro was really neat to see his mom and to have her speak a little bit. And like I said, it's a very mature song, especially because now seeing the video, he actually had his mom as part of it, which is kind of cool to, like, anybody that you've had issues with in the past and you're able to kind of get that relationship going again. That's there are different levels to that, right? And I think it's very cool that he had his mom in. The music is funky. This is again one of those songs that I think you're happy to hear when you hear it, but it's not necessarily a song that you seek out to listen to. And I have many, many categories of songs, like where you listen to, when you listen to, and I've never even thought about them before, but I do. I am realizing that. And this is a song that you would be happy to hear if it came on. It's not really playing at a party music. It's definitely not a dance song. This is one of those songs that, the thing that people say real fans of Tupac know about, because this would have been probably deeper into the album. It's not a first track kind of song. And so only real fans would have heard it. But then when, of course, Tupac got so popular and successful, even those tracks we got to see get popular because there were enough people interested in them. And yeah, so there you go. But I think the music is really interesting because it's a storytelling song is really what it's about. Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's not a love song, even though it's about, the fact that he loves his mom. It's telling the story and kind of paying tribute to her.
Little kids, and even though we had different daddies, the same drama when things went wrong, we blame mama. I reminisce on the stress I caused. It was hell, hugging on my mama from a jail cell. And who thinking elementary? Hey, I see the penitentiary one day, running from the police, that's right. Mama catch me, put a whooping to my backside. And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen. Mama, I finally understand for a woman woman, it ain't easy trying to raise a man. You always was committed, a poor single mother on welfare. Tell me how you did it, there's no way I can pay you back. But the plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
Such a great sentiment. And to have someone like him who was young, I mean, definitely an idol. He's somebody who's still really looked up to and should be. But to have him, again, have the maturity to realize the importance of her role, even if he couldn't accept her back in, he still recognizes the role. But he did actually accept her back in too, and you know, wasn't being a jerk and just pushing away, which a lot of people do until they come to grips with things. And it's such a great message for him to give, because he shares this experience with so many other people, and I am talking about everywhere around the world. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. I had friends who were children of divorce and children of addicts and all that sort of stuff, and I did not come from a huge town. So everybody has this experience, and to just be able to see him come to terms with this and still appreciate her and be able to make a song like this, it really is a powerful thing, and I can see why people responded to it.
Dear mama, you all appreciate it.
He was a skinny guy. Man, he was tiny.
Don't you know we love you? Now ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love from my daddy, cause the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry, cause my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm wrong and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a father, he was gone. I hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. I moved out, started really hanging.
So I talk about this a lot. This idea of doing what you love and being kind to each other, and he just basically said that exact same thing, that is what he was looking for when he went to hang out with these guys on the street, thugs who were selling drugs. But they accepted him and were nice to him. And that's all anybody's ever looking for, is somebody to be good to them. And just remember that. That's what I try to do. I've had enough crap in my life. I just want to be nice to people.
With the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. I moved out, started really hanging. I needed money of my own, so I started slanging. I ain't guilty, cause even though I sell rocks, it feels good putting money.
Okay. I work in the board game and role-playing game industry and have done a bunch of game design. And the game that they had on their table was the Thug Life board game, so they converted the board game Life to Thug Life, which is pretty funny.
Even though I sell rocks, it feels good putting money in your mailbox. I love paying rent when the rent's due. I hope you got the diamond necklace that I sent to you. Cause when I was low, you was there for me. You never left me alone because you cared for me. And I can see you coming home after work late. You're in the kitchen trying to fix us a hot plate. You're just working with the scraps you was given. And mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. But now the road got rough, you're alone. You're trying to raise two bad kids on your own. And there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it. Don't you know we love you, sweet. And dear mama, please no one above you, sweet. You all appreciate it. Don't you know we love you. Pour out some liquor and I reminisce. Cause through the drama I can always depend on my mama. And when it seems that I'm hopeless, you say the words that can get me back in focus. When I was sick as a little kid, to keep me happy, there's no limit to the things you did. And all my childhood memories are full of all the sweet things you did for me. And even though I act crazy, I gotta thank the Lord that you made me. There are no words that can express how I feel. You never kept a secret, always stayed real. And I appreciate how you raised me. And all the extra.
I really like all the examples of things that he included here, you know, and even in the video where they show him getting medicine from his mom and she's reading to him and give him a hug, but he's talking about various things in the song too, and it's really a great way to do this, not only because it tells you more about him and her and their relationship, but because he uses lots of different examples. Almost everyone is going to be able to identify with something in the song and be able to kind of connect it to their own life and their own family. And it's a really super well done song.
Love that you gave me, I wish I could take the pain away. If you can make it through the night, there's a brighter day. Everything will be alright if you hold on. It's a struggle every day, gotta roll on. And there's no way I can pay you back, but my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you, sweet
Dear mama,
place no one above you,
you all appreciate
sweet. Don't you know we love you, sweet
it. Dear mama, dear mama.
So I just noticed at the end there that it's in the old aspect ratio for the old style TVs instead of the widescreen, which it's so weird to see. Hey, what do you know? It's a good song. Yeah, it's really great for what it is. It's really a fantastic song. I could see this being played at funerals, and you know, it's a meaningful, real, honest, truthful song that people are just 100% going to connect to. They're going to get it, and it was well made. It was really well made. So hey, Papa Squat, check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. We're up over 950 people. Holy moly. Have a good night.